Shalom Aleichem. I'm actually walking down the massive gate structure here at Tel Lachish, the ancient city of Lachish. This probably would have been fortified by King Hezekiah himself, a double gate structure. And Robin will pan from here, the gate structure, along the city to this massive stone structure that you hear on the right-hand side. Well, I'll just talk about here in just a second. Lachish itself, in terms of a location, is really at the end of the Shephelah. And so the foothills are basically ending here. Matter of fact, I can look directly east from here as Wadi Lachish goes up the hills, and just beyond the hills up there is the city of Hebron. So if you're actually to take a look at a map of southern Israel, and again, go to the website, we'll have a link for you so that you can actually go to the website and actually take a look at the geography of that map and see where this is located. One of the things that I want to bring about Lachish today is the fact that in the Jewish writings, it is basically said, as goes Lachish, so goes Jerusalem. And this was probably the most massive fortified city in all of Israel here in the Shephelah, and you cannot leave the amount of forces that they had here at Lachish behind you if you wanted to invade Jerusalem and to take over and defeat the Jewish people or the Hebrew people. So indeed, this is normally one of those last cities that the enemies of Israel would actually have to conquer. And indeed, we go to the Bible story, and during Hezekiah's time, we read about such an invasion, a very famous invasion, the invasion of Judah. And let me just start out in 2 Kings 18, where it says this: Now it came about in the third year reign of Hoshea, the king of Elah, the king of Israel, that Hezekiah the son of Ahaz, king of Judah, became king, and he was 25 years old. Now in that verse you can read more. You find out that this young man, 25 years old, really honors God by taking control and really saying, I'm going to restore Israel to a position where we're honoring God. Let's get rid of all the high places. Let's get rid of all the standing stones that are set up because of a pagan god. You can go to the Gezer video, and we do a video there about standing stones. Those are the masabah, those are the masabot. Those are the sacred pillars. And indeed, we know that Israel did fall into paganism and actually set its sacred pillars up to the gods. Well, Hezekiah wants to reform that. And he goes through those reforms, as you can read, not only about 2 Kings, but also in 2 Chronicles as well. But during that time, what we find is the king of Assyria invades Israel. As we go into verse 13, it says, Now in the 14th year of the reign of King Hezekiah, so the 14th year, so now he's 39 years old, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came against all the fortified cities of Judah and seized them. So that means all the cities in the Shephelah. So you go up, if they had control of Gezer, which they did at that time, they would have captured it. Beth Shemesh, Azekah, quite definitely. Azekah is the next fortified city up. He would have captured that. And as we read more, it says, he sent to the king of, and then Hezekiah, the cities of Judah and seized them. Then Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent to the king of Assyria at Lachish, saying, I have done wrong. Withdraw from me whatever you impose on what me and I'll bear. But anyway, the point is that when Sennacherib invades, he laid siege to this city. And laying siege to the city, obviously, this is not his stopping point. He wants Jerusalem. He knows he's got to capture this first and then go after Jerusalem. And I just want to stop here. I don't really want to talk about what happened in Jerusalem. We know that his army goes up there, and 120 or 140,000 or 180,000 men, whatever it is, the number, we know that they're dead the next day. That's in Jerusalem. But I want to focus in on what's going on here. Here we're taking a look at the siege ramp, because the only way that Sennacherib could get into this place is to build a ramp. And he had Hebrew slaves actually construct this. And in the battle, the archaeologists have found more arrowheads here at this one location than any other place in the city. They would not attack the city gates. These city gates were a death zone. But here they attacked, and they started building this ramp, and they found thousands and thousands of Assyrian arrows and thousands of Hebrew arrows, just by taking a look and studying their arrowheads and the type of arrowheads that they used. Someplace in here, matter of fact, where you're sitting there with the camera looking at that, is probably where archaeologists say Sennacherib sat, because in his writings that they found in Nineveh, it says that he sat here, watched them building the gates. So he was here. This is an amazing piece of that Bible story, to actually be here and realize, you know, I'm standing very close to, if not maybe on the spot of where Sennacherib actually stood. Well, at any rate, when we take a look at this, Hezekiah realizes that Lachish actually is defeated, and the Assyrians take about 5,000 people. They torture them, take about 5,000 people and put them definitely into slavery, and about 5,000 people probably died in that one day during the battle itself. Now there's 2 points that I want to bring up about this story.